Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to discuss a topic that is red hot, and I get lots of questions from parents all over the country and into Canada. Youth pitching and the injuries that often occur at young ages for young pitchers. What can we do to avoid injuries, stiffness, soreness in young pitchers? I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this today and listen to this today. I encourage you, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the notification bell. I'm trying to build this channel to be more instruction based for parents, specifically in three age groups: 3 through 9, 10 through 15, and 15 and over. Today's topic, arm injuries in young pitchers, I think is pretty broad. It really begins at the age of, say, 8 years old and then continues all the way into college. As the parent of two college pitchers, one still pitching professionally, this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. What I want to encourage all parents to understand is it imperative not to try to follow or fit or conform to one particular throwing program, throwing system, anything that you find via social media. And there's all the different packages out there. I don't want to talk one particular program over another. And I also want to encourage parents, long toss, contrary to popular belief, is not a one size fits all. You really need to understand your abilities of your young pitcher or your young thrower, and then begin to introduce throwing patterns or programs at them as they begin to get physically older and mature. Number one, make sure your throwing athlete is playing catch on a regular basis, meaning play catch in the backyard with parents or siblings or neighborhood friends. Play catch with footballs, play catch with baseballs, play catch with softballs. Just playing catch, but more importantly, accurate catch. In other words, have your son or daughter playing catch and make sure they're aiming for a nose. Small target equals small miss. So make sure you're always encouraging your young student athlete to have a target. Maybe it could be a logo on a jersey. Maybe it could be a chin. Maybe it can be a forehead. Small target, small misses. Next, make sure before you're stretching or before you're getting active, make sure there's a little bit of cardio involved, whether that's a light jog, maybe it's a bike ride, something where there might be a little sweat, and that means their body, their motor is revving and it's moving. And now I can begin to play catch. Number three, the grip is very, very important. And so for that, I want to make sure that parents understand anytime you're playing catch, you want to try to make sure that you're splitting the diameter of the baseball with your middle finger and your thumb so that your thumb is directly over your middle finger. And so if your middle finger is off to the side, it's going to cause your throwing athlete to get around the ball. And this is what it's going to look like. If you get that middle finger and you kind of pressure point your index finger, it is going to promote a pronation and kind of your index finger staying inside of your throwing shoulder. That's very, very big. The next thing you want to allow, and I really think this is an integral part of throwing, especially as it pertains to baseball, is the active wrist, meaning the wrist is what's going to finish the throw. And a lot of young athletes carry or what I call discus throw, a baseball, where it's just the arm. Really, what you're trying to do is get to this point here and then finish with the wrist. Having an aggressive wrist, meaning finishing your throw with your fingers through the baseball, is going to create backspin. That also helps preventing injuries. The last and final, most important that I consider is pitch less and throw more, meaning you're going to read a lot of different discussion points with the pitching on a mound versus flat surface. Younger pitchers are going to benefit. In fact, my youngest son just had a photo the other day. He's 31 years old. He returned home to our where he was a young boy, and he has a home plate that's all dirty and covered with grass. But that's what we used to sit behind. I used to sit behind, and he would just play catch with me. And his goal was to just kind of play catch and throw strikes with his fastball. And then ultimately he began to throw his changeup. So I hope those five topics kind of help you with regard to your throwing athlete. The last thing I want to leave you with, and if you're a parent of a pitcher, particularly a young pitcher, you do not have to fool hitters in order to be a successful pitcher. I get a lot of parents that are talking about the number of strikeouts their student athlete has. I want to get you to understand forcing a hitter to make a decision on a fastball over the plate is going to benefit the pitcher more than trying to fool the hitter with either a breaking ball or a slower pitch. Compete in the zone at younger ages, and you'll have less irritation on your student athlete's arm during the course of the season. Again, if you have any questions or comments or topics you would like for me to discuss, please go ahead and put them down in the comments section. Lastly, I would like for you as a parent to understand the value with the new app from the Baseball Blue Book. Baseball Blue Book has been around for 100 years, and now they're coming into that 21st century with regard to the App Store, all really recently updated, all access and information as it pertains to leagues, programs, equipment, instructors, uniforms, anything and everything that has to do with the sports of baseball and softball. If it has to do with those sports, it's in the book. So download the Blue Book app today.